Is there such thing as fate? To what extent do we control our own decisions? Throughout the English tenure, we have read multiple books, poems, novels, and articles. They all seem to be tied to one common theme. How are our futures determined? In the book of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, we see both main characters, George and Lenny, throughout their journey during the Great Depression. Lenny is mentally challenged and George has promised to take care of him. Being physically and mentally challenged during this time was strange and unusual, so it was a challenge to keep this on the down low from the future employers. So does George control Lenny's fate? George is not in control of Lenny or his fate. Because of Lenny's disorder, he is unable to control his actions. Throughout the story, Lenny accidentally kills mice and puppies. At the end of the story, Lenny's need to feel soft things overcomes him, and he kills Curly's wife. This was not in any way George controlling him. Lenny was in control of his fate, but was not aware of the consequences. In the text it says, Lenny's fingers closed on her hair and hung her. He shook her and her body flopped like a fish. Steinbeck, page 91. Lenny could not control his actions, but they ended up determining his fate. Another book that shows the common theme of fate versus free will is Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare. Initially, Macbeth is given a prophecy from the Weird Sisters stating that he will soon be king. After he receives the news, he stops at nothing to achieve this position. After approaching the Weird Sisters, the third witch exclaims, All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter. Although Macbeth was given this prophecy of fate, he pursued it with his own ideas and thoughts, making the decision of fate versus free will unavoidable. The question remains, was becoming king his fate? Yes, but he was in control of how he got the power. He sped up the process by killing the king and taking power. We also read an article this semester called, Do You Have Free Will? Yes, it's the only choice. One of the scenarios that correlated with Macbeth told about a man who fell in love with his secretary. He then decided that the only way for his wife not to know was to murder her and their kids. Maybe it was fate for him to fall in love with his coworker, but it is his decision to murder his family when he simply could have left or informed his family of the situation. The article stated, Free will guides people's choices towards being more moral and better performers, Dr. Voles said. A modern example of fate is the movie Armageddon. In the movie, an asteroid is falling towards Earth that could potentially kill every human life form, and the only way to stop it is by drilling to the center of the asteroid. In the movie, they bring in the best drill team, which consists of course, Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck. The team of 8 is not prepared for this challenge. Was this their fate? Yes, they had been trained to be the best, and when the opportunity presented, they became astronauts and world-renowned heroes. The question of whether our lives are controlled by fate or free will has and will always be around, because we will never have evidence that either is right or wrong. We have the belief that our lives are guided by free will alone. We are all given the chance over the course of our lives to make our own decisions. Our fate, however, is the outcome of which decisions we decide to make.